What's up, Cooksy Mob? How we doing? Hey, I'm going to talk a little bit about Chase Sexton, his mononucleosis, Garrett Marchbanks going to the 450 class, and a little bit about some of the sponsors. Hey, we had the contest. Strapped did the contest. They're giving away goggles for the best comment. We got a winner. I'm going to read that to you here in just a little bit, but thank the guys at Strapped. They kick ass. EBC brakes, obviously, you know, brake pads, rotors, brake lines, complete racing solutions. You guys know Coach Rob, smartest guy in the industry. And then Epic Garage Designs. You guys know Epic. Epic has everything, including blinds. If you need blinds and you're in the Las Vegas area, hit us up. We'll get you blinds.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, guys, so here's the winner of our comment contest. This one had me laughing. I'm going to read the comments these days. These are not my comments. This is from Superfly. Superfly says, you know, and I don't want to get into the whole big thing about it or anything, but RC is a complete dumbbell. He grew up under the command of Genie, Drill Sergeant Carmichael. School wasn't important. Chicks weren't important. I don't think he made many friends outside of moto either. It shows up when he's commentating too. He can barely finish a sentence and says only the most obvious things. James Stewart, Jeff Emig, Jeremy Martin, and Grant Langston are far superior. Last, there is no question that RC took steroids for most of his career. He cheated. No offense or anything. Okay, that's the end of the comment, guys. He got me with the no offense or anything after dropping the steroid hit. I'm like, oh man. Spit and fire. Way to go, Superfly. Email me, chriscooksymedia@gmail.com. We'll get the goggles sent out to you. Let us know your information and which goggles you want. Or if you don't wear goggles, we'll send you some glasses. Wow, it's hard to bring it down after Superfly's note there saying Ricky used steroids. Superfly, not me. Superfly said that. Anyway, Chase Sexton, he is out. He's got the concussions, which is bad. Concussions would warrant somebody sitting out a little bit. But what's even worse is the mononucleosis. I've had mononucleosis. It hit me hard. I mean, I was in bed. I was sleeping like 20 hours a day or more for like a week or two, and then it got better, and then it was like a 6-week process. I think I was out of work for 4 weeks, and when I came back, I had to leave early. I don't think, to this day, I swear I don't have as much energy as I did before I had mononucleosis. It changed me, definitely. It sucked. I think it was with me for like 6 months, pretty bad, to where I would be up for like 8 hours during the day, and I'd just be exhausted. And a lot of you guys have had this situation. Some people get it and it's no big deal. Somebody gets it like me and it's nasty. So I hope Sexton, being a world-class athlete and has access to all this different stuff, hopefully it doesn't hit him very hard. But if I'm a Honda, I'm like, hey, do you feel 80%? Come race. We pay you to race. They don't care if they burn him out. They do not care. Guess what? If they burn him out, I don't think they do it on purpose. Lars and the guys at Honda are too classy to do something like that. But it also doesn't hurt if you send him in the next season tired. He's going to be their biggest competition for their rider, Jet, in the 450 championship. So yeah, they're going to want to get him back. And listen, we all know Supercross, Motocross is a fickle sport. One injury, you're out. Look at Tomac. As much as Jet looks like he's going to go 22-0, you never know. This sport is brutal. There's first turns. There's all sorts of weird stuff that can happen. So it'd be nice to have Sexton, you know, coming in, beating Cooper Webb and all these guys, getting second place, because he could still get second place in the championship if he comes back. But that'd be nice to have a backup if something happens. Now Honda could complete. They really, really want all the championships. They swept Supercross. They had both 250 classes and the 450. Now they could win both the 250 and 450 outdoors. That's a hell of a year for Honda. I don't remember. I think it might have been 1988 or 89 when they did that. It's been a long time since they've done that. It would mean a lot. They want that very bad, and and like I said, they don't care what happens to Sexton beyond their contract. Do they want to hurt him intentionally? No, I would not say that, but they don't really care. If Chase says I'm 80%, they're not going to send him home and say, dude, think about your future, take care of yourself. They're like, okay, we 80%, go for it. It's not their job to look out for his future. That's him and his manager. I don't think KTM's going to get involved. I don't think KTM's going to say, oh, you need to rest, because I think they'd probably be liable or something. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I can't see them doing any of that. But I also don't see like Chase just needs to take care of this. He's 23 years old. Some people were saying like there's a lot of money on the line because these podiums and stuff. Yes, there is, absolutely. But if you end your career 3 years earlier because you raced through mononucleosis, I mean, if you want to see what these fatigue things do, look at Ken Roxon's career. It's never been the same, whether that be because of surgeries or running him into the ground, whatever the reason. Fatigue kills careers. One of Chase's biggest weapons right now is his cardio. He just never quits. He can go till the end. And to lose that, that's a big piece of the puzzle for him. I would say get healthy. That's that. If I'm his management, I say get healthy. If I'm KTM, I want him to get healthy, but I'm probably not going to tell him that specifically or anywhere you could record it. Absolutely not. And then Garrett Marchbanks. Garrett Marchbanks moving up to the 450 class. I reached out to him and I was like, why are you in the 250 class, my man? I don't get it. I don't understand why you're in the 250 class. You're a big dude. He told me he lost 15 pounds. Everyone at Club MX, they worked their ass off on that bike. They made that bike as good as they could, and they really thought they had a winner. Unfortunately, it just, for whatever the reason on that bike, they can't get starts. Sometimes that just happens, be it the start map or whatever. Sometimes the good setup on the track just can't get you a start. And in a class that's that competitive, you can't give up a start. You just can't. So he is going to move to the 450 class and bump himself instantly into a top 10 contender. I mean, he rode really good last year. But last year when he rode the 450, look how stacked that class was. There was like 10 dudes, like Tony Caroli was getting like 7th and 8th. Now, I love Jerry Robin, but you're not on the same level as Tony Caroli. I mean, we're seeing guys that were struggling to make nationals, getting points, getting really high. Shout out to Chris Prebula. He had he got caught up in that huge pile up in the second moto. I think he's okay. I hit him up on Instagram, but he hasn't got back to me. But look at that guy, got 13th. But these guys take advantage of that, man. Take advantage of it. When we look back in the record books, nobody's going to say that was the year everyone was out. They're going to say, dude, you got that high in a moto. Good for you. It means a lot. It doesn't matter that everyone's out. National is a national, so good on you guys. Unfortunately, we had a horrible incident with Pat Casey. Pat Casey's a BMX freestyle guy. I don't know much about him. He was at the sleigh ground with Axel Hodges. Don't know exactly how the accident happened. Unfortunately, he lost his life. It sucks. It's a sad, sad thing. It sucks, man. This is a brutal sport. The things those guys do are incredible. They go so high, so far. Axel Hodges and those freestyle guys are pushing it to a level that terrifies me right now. With that said, I think they're doing what they can to be as safe as possible while pushing the limits. But anytime you're pushing the limits, unfortunately, stuff like this happens. It's tragic. It's horrible. I feel horrible for his children, his wife, Axel. I guess Axel supposedly administered CPR to him for an extended amount of time. Things like that change you. I feel bad for them all, and man, it just sucks. So pour some for Pat Casey, and yeah, it just sucks, man. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you later.